No one among us lives forever, but the scariest thing is not death itself. It's not knowing that it's getting closer. The human body has its own way of sending warning signals, but very few people actually listen. In this video, we will explore 5 subtle yet alarming signs pointed out by medical experts and scientific research, signs that may indicate your time is running out. This is not speculation or sensationalism, but valuable knowledge that allows you to prepare better, live more fully, and not be caught off guard by the inevitable. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned until the end of the video, because sometimes, ignoring just one sign can be something you'll pay a high price for. Before death knocks on your door, your body often silently sends out warning signs. Not through screams, but through small signs that are easily overlooked amidst the hustle and bustle of life. The first sign we're about to share may seem very ordinary. You might even think it's just fatigue or aging. But according to recent studies published in reputable medical journals, this symptom is closely linked to the risk of early death. Don't underestimate this. Ignoring it could mean losing the last chance to change your destiny. Let understanding become the most powerful weapon you have in the battle against time. Unexplained weight loss is not just about eating less or switching to a diet. According to experts, if you lose 5% or more of your body weight within 6 to 12 months without changing your eating habits or exercise routine, it could be a serious internal warning sign, signaling cancer, hypothyroidism, or even metabolic disorders. Your body is speaking, but are you listening? In many cases, the indifference to this sign has led people to miss the opportunity for early detection and timely intervention. This is not an empty warning, it's a call to wake up. Don't let the excitement of suddenly losing weight cloud your survival instincts. Losing 10 to 20 pounds without any effort could be a sign that your body is entering a state of alarm. When the liver, pancreas, or digestive system is malfunctioning, the body will be unable to properly absorb or metabolize energy, leading to weight loss even if you're eating normally. Doctors refer to this as unintentional weight loss, and it could be related to cancer, immune system decline, or chronic illnesses. This is not a time to celebrate. It's a moment when you need to check your health immediately, because life doesn't send messages twice. When the systems in your body begin to burn fuel in a disordered way, you'll notice strange signs: a sunken face despite eating well, clothes becoming looser without any clear reason. With cancer, the first change may appear in the face, your cheeks hollowing out as if time is gradually draining the life out of you. In digestive disorders, the body still feels hungry, but nutrients pass through like water through cupped hands, not absorbed, not metabolized. With diabetes, you may eat more than ever, but your cells are starving. When your body reacts abnormally to food, don't ignore it. That's the alarm bell you need to listen to. Don't wait until your body sends a clear SOS signal before taking action. If you've lost more than 10 pounds in less than 6 months unintentionally, along with signs such as unusual fatigue, night sweats, or a sudden change in appetite, it's no longer a normal matter. Consider it an urgent call from within. Don't wait for your next health checkup. Go this week. When you see a doctor, they won't be guessing. They will follow a strict procedure: blood tests, imaging, and a comprehensive evaluation. Because early detection is not just the key, it could be the only opportunity. Imagine your body is sounding the alarm, and unexplained weight loss is the first bell. When doctors begin their investigation, they will review everything, from the medications you're taking, because some can affect weight, to blood tests to check for thyroid issues, diabetes, or hidden infections. If the results are still unclear, the next step may be a CT scan or other advanced imaging tests, to look closely at things that blood tests can't reveal. Unexplained weight loss is not a random reward. It's a red flag, a warning from within, and possibly the first sign that you need to act before it's too late. Fatigue is a normal part of life. Everyone experiences it. But there's a type of fatigue that doesn't come from work, staying up late, or taking care of family. It seeps into every cell, leaving you feeling drained even though you've done nothing. This isn't laziness. It could be a sign of something deeper and more serious. I once heard about a woman named Laura who ignored persistent fatigue for months, thinking it was just due to age. But later, she was diagnosed with a serious condition that could have been treated earlier. Remember, your body is whispering, and if you don't listen, it will shout. When your body starts sending signals of extreme fatigue, not just feeling sleepy, but as if every small action becomes a burden, you need to stop and listen. The kind of fatigue that makes it impossible to fold a shirt without having to sit down and rest. The kind of fatigue that makes you doze off while doing something you love. It could be a desperate whisper from your heart, liver, or another organ system that is weakening. Don't be quick to blame age or stress. Take action before your body no longer has the strength to cry out for help. Recognizing unusual fatigue early can make the difference between recovery and regret. You may not realize it, but changes in your thoughts, behavior, or personality can be clear signs that something serious is happening inside your body. Our brains are highly adaptable, but when the essential functions of the body start to decline, they will affect the way you think, feel, and act. A typical example is when you begin to notice that you're more irritable, feeling angry for no apparent reason, or simply losing focus on tasks and conversations. These changes can stem from serious health issues, ranging from conditions affecting the brain, such as stroke or Alzheimer's disease, to disorders caused by lack of oxygen or nutrition reaching brain cells. Think about the times you felt foggy, forgetful, or sometimes had strange thoughts that you couldn't explain. These signs could be your body trying to remind you that one of your vital organs is not functioning as it should. For example, when your heart isn't pumping enough blood, your brain doesn't receive the oxygen and nutrients necessary to maintain normal function. This can lead to symptoms such as memory impairment, difficulty retaining new information, or even changes in daily habits. Not only the brain but the entire endocrine system in your body can also have a significant impact on your mood and behavior. For instance, if your thyroid isn't functioning properly, it can make you feel sluggish, fatigued, and lose interest in activities you once enjoyed. This can also lead to changes in your behavior, making you less social or even feeling like you can't connect with those around you. Additionally, lack of sleep and prolonged insomnia not only affect your physical health but also impair your cognitive abilities. When you don't get enough sleep, your body misses the opportunity to restore and regenerate brain cells. This causes fatigue and inability to focus and reduces your ability to process information. In severe cases, this can lead to mental health issues, ranging from anxiety to depression. The biggest warning your body can give is a change in behavior and personality that you can't explain. If you notice this change persisting and can't figure out why, don't brush it off as a small issue or just temporary tiredness. It could be a sign of a more serious health problem than you realize, and you shouldn't ignore it. Go see a doctor immediately and request the necessary tests. These psychological changes, though seemingly harmless, could be a sign of an underlying condition in your body that can be treated and prevented from progressing if detected early. So, listen to your body and don't wait until it's too late. Your body is always trying to send you messages, and recognizing these signs can help you prevent or treat health issues before they become serious. When your body faces a serious problem, sometimes small changes in your thoughts, behavior, or emotions can be the first signs that something is wrong. From minor changes, such as forgetting the name of a familiar object or losing your way in a place you've been to 1,000 times, to larger changes like feeling unable to perform a simple calculation or even experiencing changes in personality, these signs could be warnings from your body about hidden neurological issues. These changes, especially when they occur rapidly and are unexplained, are often signs of serious conditions like brain tumors, strokes, or the weakening of vital organs such as the liver and kidneys. When the liver or kidneys start to function poorly, they can no longer filter toxins from the body properly, and these toxins begin to accumulate in the blood, crossing the blood-brain barrier and causing toxicity to your brain cells. This can lead to symptoms such as confusion, personality changes, and even hallucinations. Notably, these changes may not always be immediately obvious, and they can progress quickly, making it difficult for you or your loved ones to notice the difference. If you begin to notice unusual changes in your behavior or thinking, don't hesitate to share them with those close to you. Sometimes, a change in personality or moments when you feel unable to focus or remember something can be an early warning sign of conditions like memory loss, brain tumors, or other brain-related issues. Especially when these changes occur suddenly and cannot be explained, don't brush it off as something normal. Immediately seek help from a specialist. One of the most important things when facing this situation is to document the details of every change. When you first notice them, whether the change is related to a particular time of day, and how they are affecting your work and relationships. If you notice these changes in a loved one, don't just observe, take detailed notes of what you have noticed. These notes will be extremely helpful when you visit a doctor to figure out the cause of these changes. And if you feel a change in yourself, don't hesitate to ask the opinions of those around you, especially those you trust most. Don't be afraid or hesitate, because timely detection could be the deciding factor that helps save your life. Don't let these changes remain vague signs that go unnoticed. Act immediately when you notice something is wrong with your body and mind. Cognitive changes may not simply be a sign of aging, but a warning from your body that you need to take action to protect your health. Breathing, a simple action we perform daily without ever thinking about it, can be a powerful indicator of the body's health. Every day, we breathe about 20,000 times, but when this rhythm starts to change, it could be a sign that something serious is happening inside. It's hard to notice these changes because they are often very subtle. However, for medical experts, changes in the breathing pattern can be an important warning, especially in the final months of life. One of the most concerning early warning signs is the Cheyne-Stokes breathing pattern, where the breath gradually becomes deeper and then shallower, possibly completely stopping for a few seconds. This pattern often appears when the brain's respiratory control centers begin to weaken, a common symptom in patients with heart failure, strokes, or those who have experienced brain injuries. This is a sign that should not be ignored, as it can signal the beginning of the end for many patients, even though other vital signs may still appear normal. Another dangerous sign is involuntary sighing. While occasional sighing is normal, if this occurs frequently, it could indicate problems with your lungs, such as reduced lung elasticity or early-stage heart failure. When the body can no longer maintain adequate oxygen levels, sighing becomes a compensatory reaction to the lack of oxygen in the blood. What makes changes in breathing patterns particularly dangerous is that they are very easy to overlook. A new cough in the morning might be attributed to allergies or a mild irritation, but if the cough persists and worsens when you lie down, it could be a sign that fluid is accumulating in the lungs due to weakened heart function. These symptoms need to be closely monitored, as they could signal a much more serious condition that you might not be aware of. Additionally, recurring respiratory infections could indicate that your immune system is weakening, especially when the body no longer has the strength to fight off pathogens. Your heart and lungs are intricately linked, and a small problem in one of these organs can quickly affect the function of the other. These changes are not just symptoms of a specific illness. They reflect a body struggling with the gradual weakening of vital systems. When you notice these signs, don't hesitate. They may be early warnings, and only with careful observation and timely action can you protect your health. Remember, a small change in your breathing pattern could be an important warning about your health. Next to the heart, located between the two lungs, the heart pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood through the lungs every day, a vital process to sustain life. However, when one part of this system begins to weaken, the other is almost always affected. When heart function deteriorates, blood can flow back into the lungs, causing fluid buildup, making oxygen exchange more difficult. Conversely, when the lungs cannot perform their job well, the heart has to work harder to supply oxygen to the body, which can lead to heart failure. This is the devastating domino effect, a chain of events where the weakening of one part of the body leads to the weakening of others, often starting with small yet significant changes in breathing patterns. This is the fourth sign in the list of warning signs that we need to pay attention to. If you are concerned about monitoring the respiratory health of yourself or a loved one, there are some simple techniques you can apply at home. One of the easiest ways to identify potential problems is by counting the breath rate. Have the person rest without knowing they are being observed, then count the number of inhales and exhales over the course of 60 seconds. The normal breathing rate for an adult ranges from 12 to 20 breaths per minute. If the breathing rate is consistently higher or lower for an extended period, this is a sign that immediate medical attention is needed. Additionally, you should watch for other signs such as abnormal pauses in breathing, wheezing, or labored breathing. More importantly, don't hesitate to trust your instincts. If you feel that something is unusual about the breathing of a loved one or yourself, don't ignore it. as it could be an important warning sign. This lesson goes far beyond typical medical advice. Breathing is the direct connection between us and life, and when this connection starts to weaken, the body sends out alarm signals. Changes in breathing patterns are not something you can ignore, as they are messages the body is sending, demanding immediate attention. In palliative care, nurses are often able to recognize the approach of death simply by changes in the breathing pattern. This is not just medical knowledge, it is a lesson about life and death, an ancient wisdom that has accompanied humanity for generations. Learning to recognize subtle changes in breathing not only helps you potentially save a life but also gives you precious time to seek treatment or, simply, to appreciate the present moments while we are still breathing. So, have you ever wondered about the pain you feel? It is a sophisticated communication system of the body, a warning bell that we sometimes overlook. But do you really listen, or do you just try to soothe the pain without understanding the true message behind it? Pain is a sophisticated alarm system that the body uses to grab your attention, but when it starts to change the way it signals, that's when you need to listen very carefully. In particular, new pain, unlike anything you've experienced before, is a signal that should be addressed immediately. Pain is not always clear. It may appear without a specific cause and last in a puzzling way. As the body begins to weaken, the perception of pain also changes, and you may experience inexplicable pain movement, intensified without a clear reason, or pain appearing in areas that aren't directly related to your activity. One of the most concerning pains is a sudden, intense headache. If you experience a headache so severe that it feels unbearable, like the worst headache of your life, it could be a sign of an aneurysm or a stroke. Similarly, pain in the middle of the back, particularly between the shoulder blades, could be a sign of aortic dissection, a dangerous condition that requires immediate treatment. Severe abdominal pain radiating to the back could indicate serious issues with the pancreas or an abdominal aortic aneurysm. This is not pain you can ignore, and you should not wait weeks before seeking medical help. These signs require urgent medical evaluation, as delaying could lead to serious consequences. A major challenge in assessing pain is the concept of its location. Sometimes, the pain doesn't originate from where you feel it. For example, a heart attack may not only manifest in the chest but also radiate to the left arm or jaw. Pancreatic issues can cause discomfort in the middle of the back, while liver problems may manifest as pain in the right shoulder. This abnormal pain mapping can hide serious conditions, leading to delays in treatment and further increasing the risk to your health. What's especially important is that, when there's neurological change, the perception of pain can also change. Pain can become suddenly intense when you lightly touch the affected area, or conversely, you may feel numbness in areas that should clearly register pain. These changes could indicate nerve degeneration, particularly as this condition progresses. Regardless, these signs should never be ignored. Changes in pain perception, especially when accompanied by unexplained new pain, are a warning signal that your body is in need of timely medical intervention. Your body is constantly sending signals, but are you truly listening to them? Don't let indifference or the habit of ignoring small signs turn into a dangerous routine, because pain, fatigue, or changes in your body are not just a part of aging. They are valuable warnings, signals that your body is trying to communicate, demanding your attention before things become too late. Have you ever thought about listening to your body the way you would take care of a car that's having issues? If you ignore strange sounds coming from the engine, the car will definitely encounter a more serious problem. Your body is the same. It has warning lights, signals that need to be responded to in a timely manner. Symptoms like unexplained weight loss, persistent fatigue, changes in cognition and personality, or sudden pain are not random signs. They are important messages, alarm systems that the body activates to protect itself. Don't wait until the situation becomes irreversible. The feeling of pain or discomfort is one way your body asks you to pay attention, but you need to understand the context of these signs. Don't let procrastination or neglect cause you to miss the chance to save your life. Instead of ignoring even the smallest changes, treat them as an opportunity to seek help from a professional, which can prevent serious issues before they become untreatable. Maria is a great example of listening to her body at the right moment. She noticed unexplained weight loss and fatigue, and immediately sought medical attention. As a result, she discovered pancreatic cancer at stage 1, when treatment was still effective. If she had ignored those signs, the outcome could have been entirely different. James's story is no less significant. His wife noticed changes in his personality early on, and thanks to that, they discovered a treatable brain tumor, avoiding more complicated treatments if discovered later. The truth is, regular health checkups are not just doctor appointments to maintain health, but opportunities to detect dangerous signs early. However, between these visits, you must be the one to listen to your body every day. Do you ignore the warning lights on your car? Do you ignore the smoke alarm in your house? So why ignore the warnings from your own body? Those who pay attention to these signs often survive and get a chance to change their lives. Those who don't listen, however, will never have a second chance. Act now. Don't let indifference rob you of the opportunity to change your life. Your health is not just about living longer, but recognizing when you need to act before time runs out faster than you think.